Did you ever notice that most New Year's resolutions never stick? Why? Is it because we never had the proper conviction in the first place? Actually, there's more to it than that. And it all has to do with the power of habit. It all has to do with the paradigm that you are programmed with. While that sounds like a big word, it actually simply means that you have, throughout your life, programmed yourself with several mini habits that have you stuck in your present situation. And here's the scary part, nothing ever stays the same. Either we change for the better and grow, or we fall backwards and head for a crash and burn. What you need is to be able. An acronym for the following. Accept responsibility, ban passivity, lead courageously, expect a greater reward. Once you decide you are able to go after your dream, wild horses can't hold you back. Let's go over what might be holding you back with the wrong mini habits you've unconsciously programmed, and turn them around to a lifestyle that will guarantee to improve your life by 78%. 1. Ask yourself, whose fault is that my life sucks? Almost everyone blames their parents. But here's the thing. If it's your dad's fault that you don't have the career you wanted or you don't live in the area you prefer, then why not just give your dad a self-help book and treat him so your life will get better? See how silly that is? It's only when you decide to take responsibility for the outcome of your life where you have the power to change your life. If the blame rests on anyone else, you lose all that power. Wouldn't you rather possess the power to take control of your life? With great power comes great responsibility. Spider-Man. 2. Ask yourself, how did I fall into this present lifestyle? Most people don't even know what they want, so this makes it impossible to achieve a goal of a better lifestyle. Now that we've decided to accept responsibility in order to gain power to make our life better, it's time to be honest with ourselves. For example, I always used to just go with the flow and take whatever life brought me. And the result? I found myself working 3 jobs, all trading time for money, leaving little or no time to spend with my daughter as a single mom. When you make a habit of accepting responsibility for your own actions, you'll discover how the power of habit can change your life. Once I learned more about personal development, I made the conscious decision to go after what I truly love to do. It was only after my grown daughter had introduced me to concepts taught in personal development, concepts like you get what you think about, whether you want it or not, I realized that I had not been thinking about what I really wanted all my life. Furthermore, as a baby boomer woman, learning how to make my own way in the world was difficult, since I'd been taught that I would simply marry a man to take care of me. Lol. School taught me to follow directions and stay quiet. My father taught me to follow the man in the house and not take control of my life. Now I know that this was perhaps the largest bad habit I had to turn around. Once I made the decision to ban passivity, I started taking better control of my life. And while it's easy to put the blame, the teachings of the era in which I was brought up, or my father's domineering ways, it wasn't until I decided to accept responsibility on my own shoulders that gave me the power to take control of my life. I did. That was before I learned that people with money really don't work any harder than poor people. In fact, many of them even do the same work and reap 1,000 times the income that others do. All because they do things in a certain way. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Expecting a greater reward is the first step in learning to do things in a certain way, as told by the great Napoleon Hill of Think and Grow Rich. I used to think it was arrogant to believe in myself, to actually believe I was capable of earning over 5,000 a year. I much preferred being humble, so people would have to tell me, you deserve so much more. But no one did. In fact, I found out that it wasn't until I decided that I was worth more when people actually started treating me like I was worth more, and hence a larger salary. We all get treated the way we teach people to treat us. Wayne Dyer. 4. Ask yourself, what do I really want out of my life? Most people actually can't even answer that question. Why? Well, in my case, I couldn't wrap my brain around knowing I deserved more. Hence, I never even allowed myself to want more out of life. We all can simply decide to take control of our lives by living the ABLE principle. Accept responsibility, ban passivity, lead courageously, and expect a greater reward. It's also mandatory to realize that simply having a goal will get you nowhere unless you take measures every day to strive towards that goal. A ship with a rudder pointed in any direction is still dead in the water until we decide to set it in motion. Lose sight of shore. 5. Ask yourself, what are my thoughts about my current situation? If you have a job that you hate, did you know you can actually change the way people treat you and how happy you are with your job simply by changing your perception? Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. Wayne Dyer. Using the power of gratitude is very useful here. Yes, believe it or not, gratitude really is a power. Because, well, think about it, you can't truly feel thankful for anything without feeling good about it. And by the law of attraction, when you start feeling good about things, things will change. I found that to be true after a house fire when I was forced out of my house to live for 3 months in a 1-bedroom apartment. Of course, that's not the way I chose to look at it. And the result? Money seemed to flow from everywhere as all my work colleagues and church members gave us money to help us. And the insurance actually rebuilt the entire house into something way better than I would ever do on my own, and paid for my 3rd month beach vacation. I never would have had the money for all new kitchen cabinets, yet there I was picking out my favorite cabinets, my favorite carpet colors, and redesigning a brand new house, all at no cost to me. That's right, I chose to change the way I looked at my situation. And yes, the situation changed. 6. Ask yourself, do I lead my own life and do what I want, or do I tend to follow the crowd? The average person will do what others do or tell them to do. Don't worry, it's not your fault. That's the way we're all programmed in school. School teaches us to follow directions, yet if you look at the successful people in the world, they don't follow directions. Take it from Steve Jobs, who dropped out of college to become the father of all things. Apple. Bill Gates also dropped out of Harvard and went on to create Microsoft. The answer lies in continually working on your own creative abilities. Decide to strive every day to get better at that which you love to do. Granted, it takes courage, but it's worth it. And last but not least, use the power of habit to look at everything as if it's a miracle. 7. Ask yourself, do I tend to focus on miracles in my life or worry about the future? Most people tend to find something to worry about, and that can really hold you back from achieving your dream. When you learn how to embrace the light with the proper knowledge and understanding, you'll begin to see how your life can come together, and the true you will outshine the false ego that has been leading your life for years. There are only 2 ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Albert Einstein. The more you become aware of where you are and where you want to go, the greater the power you'll have to control your destiny. Building awareness and changing your 7 mini bad habits into 7 mini good habits takes time and effort, but well worth the effort once you make that decision to improve your life.